I have two baby heater fans running in the background because it rained all weekend, so it's a little chilly down here, so that's why we're wearing the headset. But I just wanted to pop in and say hi because I know I promised one video a day and then that tanked. Hashtag grad life and hashtag life. So here we are. But I promise I'm going to work on it better. Thank you for giving me grace and understanding that life is doing what life is doing. So I put up a new blog this morning about relying on your faith, and my other new obsession, other than ghost hunting, which I'm definitely going to be doing soon, is Turkish television series, which sounds really crazy, but they're voiced over, so I don't have to know Turkish. It's fine. And, I could totally learn to speak some Turkish. Who knows when I'll go to Turkey? I could do it. Anything is possible. And that's really part of what my blog is about, is that anything is possible if we just decide to do it and we lean into our faith. I think anybody looking at my life would say, I don't know how she does it. That makes no sense. And it doesn't make sense because I don't operate in the world of man. I operate in the world of spirit. And I know when spirit calls me to do something and I just do it, it all works out. And I'm ridiculously obedient to a fault, to what other people might say is a bit crazy when they really look at it. About to do something that people don't often do in video, but I'm gonna drink my coffee because it's yummy delicious. So hold please. And I think being somewhat obedient to your faith and listening and doing what your practices and rituals ask you to do is really important, and to listen when you're being told to do something. And the times that I didn't do that, the times that I did things based on what I thought other people wanted or needed from me, really did not work out for me. In no situation turned out well when I did that. And I will say that very clearly, that it was, you know, part of it, part of any situation that I didn't listen to myself, or I didn't listen to what spirit wanted me to do, did not work out well. And I don't regret the things. I don't regret them at all. But it's just a reminder, like, hey, you're supposed to listen to us, not the outside world. So leaning into spirit, leaning into what is important to you and what you hear from spirit, and understanding and having discernment is so important, and I think that it's hard because we're not taught that. We're taught to be part of dogma. We're taught to be obedient to other things, the world of man. And so to switch that up is really hard. But I think that's where developing good boundaries is important. Having spiritual hygiene is really important. So that means keeping clear and keeping clean on what your intentions are and what you're really focused on, and what's important, piece to it. And knowing when something is of spirit and not of yourself. So, like, for instance, my going to teachers college was not on my radar. Not on my radar at all. It's not on my radar. It came to my radar, it came to me when I was researching something else for the master's I was working on. And I found Spirit, Mind, and Body. I found Dr. Lisa Miller. And I was like, oh, okay. And as I started to delve into what they were doing, now what we are doing as part of my cohort, was so incredibly powerful. And Spirit said, you didn't trip up on this. This isn't like oh, you just found it because that's the way Google algorithms work. I need you to do this. And I was like, oh, yikes. I mean, like, let's take off the really hard school to get into piece of it, and just put in the how am I going to pay for this piece of it? Uh, and the spirit was like, don't care, go do. I was like, all right. And again, whenever I do what spirit asks me to do, it always works out. It's fine. I just do it and it works out and everything is working out and it's fine. I got in, obviously, I got the money to do it, and here we are, and I'm just moving along. And now Spirit is coming to me with new things, and I'm like, oh, okay, are we sure about that? Yeah, okay, all right. So, moving into a place of doing the next phase of something that Spirit wants me to do. And it's scary. I am very open about that. That none of this new phase of my life is super comfortable. I am uncomfortable. But like Sa says, sometimes you have to sit with the uncomfortability. Allow that feeling in, acknowledge it, and then let it go. And so I sit with my uncomfortability and I feel that uncomfortability and I allow it to do its thing. And then I realize that, oh, wait, that uncomfortability isn't about me not being able to do the thing. It's about the pattern in my life where I have felt unworthy to do the thing. Like, am I really supposed to do the thing? I don't know if I'm supposed to do the thing. This sounds a little crazy. No, like that's a very, small percentage of people that would make that kind of difference. And I was like, yeah, but that percentage exists. So, and that's not to say that I will necessarily do this big thing that I think I'm supposed to do or that I'm being asked to do by spirit, but it's to say that if you listen with your intuition and if you just follow, things will work out. What you were looking for will work out. What you need will work out. And you just have to do it. And it's hard. It's very hard. And that's what my new blog is about. Um, it's about leaning into your faith and understanding that and being uncomfortable